In our school, creatures were ranked based on their grades. The top student, the monitor, chose the SSS grade divine serpent, while I, the last ranked, was left with only an F-grade black bear. Soon, the great freeze arrived. Thanks to the bear's abilities, I survived. But the monitor's serpent died before it could even evolve. In their jealousy, the monitor and his companions killed my bear and made a hot pot out of him. Wounded, I fell into the icy storm. I died with a heart full of resentment and a thirst for revenge. As soon as I opened my eyes, I was back to the day we had to choose our spirit animals. Just like in my previous life, I was about to choose the black bear when Li Yanping screamed, "Stop!" She rose from her seat and came towards me, holding a beautiful ice-white serpent in her arms. She immediately placed it in my arms, as if afraid I would pick up the black bear from the box. She said, "The white snake is for you. I want the black bear." All the classmates in the room wanted the same. Even the teacher was surprised. This white serpent had 80% ancient blood and was a descendant of a heavenly dragon. The black bear, however, only had 20% blood. There was a world of difference between them. No one understood why Li Yanping chose the bear over the serpent. Xiao Yan, choosing a spirit animal is not a game. It's linked to your future development. Quickly swap with Huiyan. Huiyan needs this white serpent more. I can cultivate quickly with any spirit animal, but Huiyan's talent is ordinary. A mixed blood bear would ruin her life. I'll swap spirit animals with Huiyan. The class suddenly fell silent. Everyone was stunned by her selflessness. "I don't need your fake sympathy. Give me that black bear." Li Yanping's eyes showed panic. She hugged the bear even tighter, her face contorted as if I was bullying her. "Huiyan, don't test me. I'm doing this willingly. I don't want this charity." Suddenly, a sharp pain shot through my wrist, as if someone had bitten me. I looked down to see two tiny white snake fangs embedded in my skin, with drops of blood oozing from the wound. It licked my wrist with its forked tongue, sending a tingling sensation through me. In that short time, it had forced a life-and-death blood contract with me. Whispers spread all around. Everyone thought Huiyan was strong, so she didn't take the white snake, but she was just putting on a show. On one hand, she asked to return the snake, and on the other, she secretly formed a contract so Li Yanping couldn't back out. Useless people always put on a show. Now the snake is mine. After the contract, it fell asleep. Hearing their words, my expression turned serious. The earth became an icy hell. The long-lived white snake froze to death in the severe cold. But with my good care, the black bear quickly matured. When its power-sharing ability awakened, I had no fear of the apocalyptic cold. Later, when I went scavenging with the school team, Li Yanping tried many times to tempt the bear to become her companion. After being repeatedly rejected, she incited everyone, saying that if they ate bear meat, they could survive the cold. When we went out, Li Yanping and her companions killed me and the black bear, and we became their food. Seeing the black snow in Li Yanping's arms, my eyes turned as cold as ice. In my previous life, that bear was my most trusted companion. This time, Li Yanping stole my ability to withstand the cold. But this betrayal must now be repaid with blood. I was staring at her. Then she also turned her eyes and looked at me. When our eyes met, the little black bear blinked twice at me. A wave of joy suddenly rushed through my heart. This was a secret signal from our previous life that I didn't need to worry. Thinking this, I gently touched its small head. "You can talk." The little white snake coiled proudly in my palm. "My name is Ling Shui. If you wish to address me as Your Majesty, that is also fine." "Little brat, who taught you such childish and naive things?" Most contracted beasts are bound at the initiative of humans. They are inherently arrogant. Only in childhood are they a little softer. It is very rare for them to initiate a contract themselves. Hearing the rules in class, all the classmates started trying to contract with their spirit beasts by forming magic circles. But I was not among them. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed that a great ancient divine serpent, Tiao Menghui, had forcibly contracted with me. "Ling Shui, why do you want to contract with me? That woman, she smells terrible." "Smells terrible?" Li Yanping is the most beautiful girl in school. Many boys in school are after her, and everyone calls her fragrant. They are all blind. Her soul is dirty. How do you feel? The white snake sitting in my lap slipped into my sleeve. There was hesitation in its voice. You are absolutely mischievous. You touched my dignity. It was annoyed. I blinked and pulled my hand away. Child, don't think such nonsense. Seeing this, Ling Shui was completely filled with anger. A layer of water also covered the snake's eyes, and it turned its head away from me completely, sobbing. At this time, Li Yanping completed the contract drawing and immediately started the process with the black bear. After this, the contract circle pushed the black bear and started spinning rapidly. But inside that circle, the bear secretly changed the lines, turning it from a normal contract into a master-servant contract, where the bear became the master and Li Yanping became the servant. As soon as the contract was completed, the black bear looked at me proudly. I secretly hid my hand under the table and gave it a thumbs up. That's why they say you can annoy anyone, but don't annoy an honest person. You are a bad person. That annoyed voice echoed again. Without looking, I understood that this was my arrogant, shy, and irritable little devil. How am I bad? I was carelessly tapping on its cold scales. You were signaling other women with your tail. And that too with a black, ugly woman. I said very softly, brother, one more thing, you are unnecessarily jealous. A small, jealous creature. In my previous life, I was generous towards the black bear. Other students kept 4 parts for themselves and gave 1 to their beast. But I divided it equally. But to the white snake I gave 19 parts, and kept 1 for myself. The other students thought I was crazy. Then I remembered that Ling Shui had formed a deep contract with me, which linked our lives together. If she died from the cold like in the previous life, I wouldn't survive either. So now, the life of this little ancestor was the most precious. When the other students went to practice, I also went out with the white snake. As I passed Li Yanping, she blocked my way. You have also been reborn. Now it's my turn. The black bear has learned to endure the cold. So live well, because I am still waiting to see you off myself. Surprise appeared in Li Yanping's eyes, which immediately turned into arrogance. The white snake lazily looked at her from my lap, then raised its head and hissed at Li Yanping, releasing a foul-smelling breath that immediately spread. Li Yanping's confidence shattered, and she shrieked, backing away. I turned with the snake, smiling coldly. Now, where to find so many snacks has become a big problem, I was thinking while caressing Ling Shuang. One after another, shining spiritual stones were being extracted. Ling Shui's eyes were filled with greed, so I quickly covered the snake's eyes. Don't look. The quality of the gems here is poor. I will take you somewhere else. Holding the white snake, I kept looking back. Then a joyful voice echoed in my mind. Is that you? Now you know telepathy, Li Yanping. He spent a lot on me and gave me awakening grass, so I can send mental messages. You rest with the white snake. I will call you when the stones are extracted. I stopped, and as soon as the black bear finished speaking, I came to my senses and saw that a beautiful little snake was looking at me intently. Ling Shuang was wrapped around my arm. Its arrogant face was in front of me, and its cold breath was felt. Ling Shui was also angry with me. How dare you talk to another woman behind my back? I grabbed the snake's neck with one hand and took it off my arm, and as punishment, I squeezed its face. Watch your tongue. I didn't say anything wrong. There's a male scent in your soul. That black-skinned one, right? This little snake is quite intelligent. In our demon dragon clan, a blood-bound contract means a lifelong partner. Don't have any relationship with that bear. There was a strange expression on my face. Ling Shuang asked me sadly, Little child, how old are you? Do you even know what a partner means? Then suddenly, its cold tail touched my cheek. It quickly pulled back, and then whispered softly, I have licked you. Now you are mine. I have marked you. I won't let anyone else touch you. You are a snake, not a dog. I stood there and laughed heartily. Through my spiritual power and the bear, I transported Ling Shui to the car. We turned on the AC and ate watermelon while watching a movie on the car screen. Then, slowly, I started to fall asleep. When I woke up, the sky had already turned dark. There was no light anywhere in the desolate mountain forest. Only deep and silent darkness spread all around. Just then, "Brother, come quickly, they are all gone." As I lowered my head and replied, Ling Shui looked at me with annoyance. I felt guilty, and she turned her face away. "Don't make excuses, I won't listen." I slowly started moving towards Ling Mai with the white snake. As the black bear had said, there was no one there. There was just a magic circle to hide it. The white snake was quite surprised to see me there, but it stood firm on its word, remaining silent. I started walking around the circle. Then the bear opened it and poked its head out, and gestured to me with its hand. "Brother, come quickly." The white snake sitting in my lap, when it saw the black bear, it angrily stuck out its tongue. And looking at the bear, it smiled and said, "Ling Shui, he's a little angry." Then the black bear moved forward and started showing me the way. "But the white snake," Baisha's voice echoed in my mind. A faint glow shone around the black bear, and it released the white snake. Ling Shuang, who had fallen to the ground, looked at me in disbelief. It slowly moved towards its hiding place, and kept looking back at me with uncertainty. I saw the spiritual power of the bear. Its power was 50 times greater than that of the white snake. It's really hard to say who will win now. I started smiling at it. The white snake faltered a little at my words. Then, seeing the black bear's power, it fearfully came back to my feet. This creature truly oppresses the weak and fears the powerful. The bear divided the sweets into 3 parts. One very small, the second small, and the third was a huge mountain-like pile. Ling Shui looked at that big pile with greedy eyes. "This dark-skinned man is really very generous to you." I pointed towards the pile. "This is enough for your cultivation. Keep them." Pointing at that pile, "Give all this to Didi." Ling Shuang cried out, "Perhaps he doesn't like you. He's just trying to please me." I said to Ling Shuang, "Do you always talk nonsense?" It was unhappy, but it became quiet for fear of losing the snacks. Then I asked the black bear, "Will Li Yanping harm you if you take everything?" It said, "Now she obeys my every command." The next day, Li Yanping was stunned to see the spiritual vein empty. "You too, if you finish these snacks, such a small spiritual vein won't even fill your teeth. You said that I have to awaken my cold resistance ability in half a month. I feel like I'm close to awakening." The black bear nodded. Hearing this, Li Yanping's face brightened a little. "Awakening is good, but your bloodline is weak. Even after eating so much, your power has only increased slightly. If my bloodline was inferior, why did you choose me? I didn't beg. Now the mental pressure is so high that perhaps the talent won't awaken." Li Yanping thought, after a fortnight, "This bear's talent will be very useful when the cold ends. Don't take it to heart. I didn't mean that. If your bloodline was inferior, I wouldn't have chosen you. I just need 10 trucks of snacks for cultivation. Arrange them quickly. This is not too much, right? With this, I might awaken a high-level talent like cold resistance, which can protect everyone within 10 kilometers from the cold. A full 10 kilometers. A golden glint of greed appeared in Li Yanping's eyes. If she could protect everyone within 10 kilometers from the cold during the severe freeze, then she would be like the queen of the apocalypse. Okay, 10 trucks will be arranged. Everything will be done before the priest arrives. But she was wearing the same old clothes and eating only a plain white flour bun and old Lao Gan Ma chili sauce for lunch. It was clear that she had spent all her savings on the black bear. But she didn't know that the bear had kept very few of the truckloads of snacks she bought. The remaining 99.99% came to me and the white snake. I kept a few snacks for my cultivation and spiritual power practice, and gave the rest to the white snake. The white snake quickly swallowed the lingji and fell into a deep sleep. The snacks kept near it would immediately turn into powder with a single stretch. The spiritual power gained from the snake's cultivation has made me many times more powerful than in my previous life. Meanwhile, Li Yanping now has even less power than the other students in the class. The black bear did not spend a single snack on itself, and it warned her that if her talent did not awaken, it would give her a warning beforehand. Since the first day of school, after choosing the weakest bear, her mental state was not good. Amidst these rumors and whispers, Li Yanping she said, "You'll see later, everyone will know that I was right." One night, the temperature suddenly dropped sharply, and snow started falling all over the world. Snow falling in June seemed very strange to everyone. But by noon the next day, when the global temperature reached -20 degrees, people slowly started getting worried that a major disaster might be coming. The snow was getting heavier and heavier. It wasn't stopping. People were scared of the icy crisis. Fearing the unknown, the school called the students back. In the hostel, Li Yanping was shivering from the cold, wrapped in a quilt. Due to not cultivating, her power had decreased, and she was like ordinary people. Her nose was red from the cold, and she was constantly wiping it with a tissue. "Black Bear, has your talent awakened? If not." 10 days had passed. The black bear had grown quite large and was in its adolescence. And Li Yanping's mind was now filled with doubt. "Don't worry, it will happen soon." In the previous life, Huiyan was poor, and after searching the ruins, he didn't have snacks for the bear. In this life, I have given so many resources. Then why isn't your talent awakening? Are you hiding something? Who am I working so hard for? Are you doubting me? I wanted to share my power with you. But now it seems I should return these snacks to you. My fur is thick. I won't die in the cold. "It was my mistake," I said angrily. "You keep these spiritual stones. Your talent awakening is most important." The black bear grunted. "Go. Pick up the things from below." While chewing snacks, the black bear sent a little warmth into Li Yanping's body. It was afraid that she might die from the cold before the real apocalypse arrived. Feeling this warmth, Li Yanping's doubt completely vanished. According to the contract, during cultivation, both return 1/10 of their power to each other. The very little power received from the bear made it clear that it had also absorbed very little spiritual energy itself. Li Yanping didn't know that the black bear hadn't taken less spiritual power, but due to the master-servant contract between them, returning power was entirely dependent on the bear's will. Meanwhile, in the other dormitory, I was sitting by the bed watching a movie, and all the snacks in the room were finished. The white snake sleeping on the carpet had now emerged from its cub stage and become an adult. As thick as a bucket and shining white like ice, I got off the bed and touched its scales, and deeply felt the tremendous life force within it. The hands of the clock hanging on the wall were slowly approaching 12. The real apocalypse was about to begin. In this life, the white snake would not die from the cold on the first day of the apocalypse. As soon as it struck 12, the clock chimed, and the temperature suddenly dropped to -50 degrees. Due to my spiritual energy and the white snake's power, I could ignore this cold. Outside, the snow had frozen to a story high. The class teacher started a group message so everyone could report their situation. And if needed, the school could start rescue operations. Due to a shortage of staff in the school, I became a volunteer and started distributing supplies to different hostels. When I reached very close to Li Yanping's room, I directly jumped down from there. Later, when several students confirmed receiving supplies in the group, then Li Yanping asked me, "What?" I sent pictures as proof in the group that Li Yanping had collected supplies from the supermarket at school. The school said that due to heavy snowfall, there was a great shortage of supplies. Shouldn't these supplies be for those people who need it the most? All the students started messaging in the group. Did the monitor know? That's why she took so many supplies? Can she do that? After all, it was for good? Think, she is fighting for supplies. And people started judging her morality. Why are you keeping quiet after implicating me? You knew the cold would end, didn't you? Why don't you distribute your collected supplies to everyone? I threw 2 empty noodle boxes outside. I don't know what severe cold you are talking about. Everyone knows that my family's condition is bad. I bought a lot of instant noodles during the sale at the mall and distributed them among my classmates. Everyone received 10 packets each from Huiyan. Li Yanping could not reply to the taunts of her classmates, and everyone in the group fell silent, but started messaging me privately. Feed me. Even if you've made a good taste, your useless white snake must have died from the cold by now. This sleeping white snake looked exactly like a plant. Despite its closed eyes, the strong spiritual energy emanating from it clearly indicated that it was alive. Yawning, I ignored Yanping's message. Despite the protection, I was shivering in this cold. As soon as I opened the cupboard for a blanket, a familiar warmth enveloped me. This was the black bear's power. Aish, even without a contract, you are sharing your technique with me. Then I remembered that the black bear's ability was not just cold, but cold resistance with power. In the previous life, due to my limited strength and lack of snacks, it could not fully awaken. Then, to save me, it forcibly awakened only half of its ability. How is Li Yanping now? The bear started visual sharing. It was confident that it would no longer fear the cold. So Li Yanping had not taken an extra quilt. At this moment, she was wrapped in a thin quilt, and her face was blue from the cold. Has your resolve not been fulfilled? Saying this, the black bear jumped onto the bed and crushed her under its weight. As it hit the floor, there was a sound of bones breaking, and Li Yanping gritted her teeth in pain. Listen, I have good news. I have succeeded in awakening. Li Yanping's eyes lit up. She forgot about being thrown off the bed by the bear. Hurry up, I'm cold. I woke you up to see the changes. I saw it. This is a master-servant contract. You cannot share my abilities. Li Yanping was stunned. You also interfered. Not just me, Brother Huiyan has also been reborn. In the previous life, you defeated and ate us. Now it's time for our revenge. Even if you have been reborn, Huiyan's contract is with that useless white snake. As soon as the snake dies, Huiyan will also die due to the contract. Fear was in Li Yanping's eyes, but the bear left without saying anything more. Due to the severe cold, the temperature was no longer reported. Like last time, electricity, water, and internet were completely shut down. After this night, many people never woke up again. 5 more days passed.